everybody? 392 Reviews here, man. Welcome back to another beautiful day. Welcome back to another beautiful video. Hope everybody's doing good out there, man. Wishing y'all nothing but the best, man. Best health, wishes, all that good stuff. Welcome back to another video. Before we hop into it, man, slap a like, throw a comment, subscribe if you have not already. To all my new viewers, thank you so much. Salute to you. To all my returning viewers, thank y'all so much. Salute to you. So, y'all see the topic, what we're going to be talking about today. I'm back to actually go park up real quick, do a little walk around video and everything like that. But y'all see what we're going to be talking about today. Kind of just want to give my opinion on it. I've definitely made a video like this in the past, you know, talking about the dangers and, like, you know, the certain issues when it comes to owning a Mopar, Charger, Challenger, Scatpack, Hellcat, RT. It doesn't really matter at that point. Even the Durango, you know, Grand Cherokee boys and gals are not really even safe. Just gonna, you know, talk a little bit about the safety and the danger that comes with kind of owning one of these vehicles. I myself have been very, extremely, I can't stress enough, extremely thankful and fortunate that I have had no issues in regards to vehicle theft, trying to get my vehicle broken into, stuff taken out of it, all that good stuff. So yeah, just want to kind of talk about that a little bit, and, you know, make a quick video for you guys. Try to get, you know, stay back to getting consistent, or get back to being consistent, and then ultimately, that's funny, new word of the day. Ultimately staying consistent for you guys. So without further ado, man, let's stop into it. We just cruising right now to a location. Just gonna park up. It is hot. It's like 90 degrees out here, so I'm gonna make it quick, short and sweet, man. Sometimes less is more. So without further ado, man, let's hop into it. Alrighty, y'all, so just hopped out of the spot real quick, or hopped out at the spot, well, about to hop out of the spot. Y'all get what I'm saying, man. It is really hot out here, so I figured, you know, let's make it real quick. Just do a little walk around video of the vehicle, because it has been, I guess it has been some time, to be completely honest with y'all, that I've kind of done a video outside of the vehicle. For the most part, I'm just inside the vehicle. So let's just hop into it without further ado. If you guys are just you know, just viewing this video for the first time, or just, you know, a new member of the channel, again, I appreciate you. This is my 2021 Charger Daytona, Scatpack with the Daytona package, however you want to call it. You know, tomato, potato. Just a little walk around. This is a smoke show. Nothing crazy with the car. I do have lowering springs on it, muffler delete, exhaust tips. That's pretty it. LED reflector smoked out. Nothing too crazy. Didn't want to go crazy into performance modifications with this vehicle, because if y'all have done, you know, your research and kind of informative about the Hemis, the 5.7 and 6.1, they take boost better. The 6.4 is not really meant for boost. It's, you know, bored out 5.7, but I can get into that in another video. So I just wanted a big V8, just that was extremely fun. This motor paired with the 8-speed, fantastic. Probably the best, you know, best platform I've had the pleasure of driving. You know, I'm not going to say that the M340, the S4s are not this, you know, not just as good, because they had the same transmission, but something about this 6.4 liter 392. Hopefully it's not too windy out here, but man, that wind feels good. Something about that 6.4 liter, I mean, it's just fantastic. Pound for pound, best motor I have had the pleasure of driving every single day, aside from the Hellcat. I mean, the Hellcat's incredible, but for everyday driving, I think this does it best, in my opinion. So the dangers of owning one of these vehicles. So in my opinion, you know, you have a few things. You have one, theft. I think that's the biggest when it comes to these vehicles. I know a couple people, you know, shout out to my homie T to the Y. He's had a couple instances where we've had, you know, his vehicle broken into. I had another buddy with a wide body Challenger that had the shaker on it. That was broken into. That was actually stolen. It was recovered. Man, it's windy out here. I really do hope you guys can hear this, because I really don't feel like playing this back. He had his vehicle stolen from him. It was recovered, but it was in complete shambles. So there's nothing more, in my opinion, nothing more distasteful about getting your vehicle stolen from you and then trying to get your vehicle back and then feel 100% comfortable with it. I tell people all the time, if this vehicle, God forbid, was stolen from me and I got it back, I would probably just have to part ways with it. Something doesn't sit right about driving your vehicle in the same location that it was stolen in. The people know the vehicle, maybe even know the area, close area where you live, know where you work. I would not want to. I'd be good, man. I'd cut ties, sever ties with the Mopar. community and industry as a whole, and maybe just go German. Yeah, maybe get that FRS3. But at the end of the day, man, theft is one of the biggest things with these vehicles. That's a lot of times that the biggest deterrent, that people don't even want to go out and purchase one of these, you know, Mopars, one of these Hemis, because of the chances of it getting stolen. And I hear that argument. I mean, I hear that argument every single day. I used to live in Manayunk. If y'all from the, you know, the PA area, Philadelphia area, metro, urban, suburban, whatever, you might know where Manayunk is. It's close to the city, and I had this vehicle parked on the streets of Manayunk for, I would say, 6-7 months. And every single day I walked out, man, I would just bless, man. Just, you know, thanking Lord Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, man, that this vehicle is still in one piece and still there. To be completely honest with you guys, I can't beat around the bush with that. Very surprised that vehicle was still there. And it was at one point it was such a serious conversation that I often actually toyed with the idea of not actually getting the vehicle. But you can't live in fear. That's why I want to kind of make this video. You can't live in fear, man. If you live in fear your whole life, the decisions you make are not going to be the best ones. I think sacrifices need to be made sometimes. You know, obviously if you're in the middle of Philadelphia and you don't have a garage, maybe I would advise parking this on the street. But if you're in the suburbs, man, do your thing, dude. Don't worry about it. If you have insurance, that's all you need to know. You can't you know, look over your shoulder every single time, because you'll never drive it, you'll never experience it. I know there's sometimes people have these vehicles, they just keep them in the garage, man, never take them out because of that reason. At the end of the day, man, you got to live your life. I pay monthly on this vehicle still. Got about a little less than 2 years. I think maybe $19,000 left on this. Owed. Plenty of equity, which is fantastic. But at the end of the day, man, you can't live in fear. If you want to go do something, man, just go do it. If there's something you want to get, I would just recommend going and getting it. So the number one thing is theft. Number two is being a target for police officers, for cops, looking to just, you know, give tickets if they're just sitting there cruising, looking at their phone, looking at their computer. They hear one of these Hemis downshift, or, you know, or smack it in track mode real quick, they're gonna poke their heads up, man, and start looking around. They're very, very recognizable. You can hear them from a mile away, more or less. So there's definitely a target. If, you know, you have an officer behind you or something like that, they could just pull you over for exhaust being too loud, for tint being too dark, you know, sort of so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I've had this vehicle for a little over 3 years, about three and I guess it was in March, so let's just say 3.5. I've only can count one time where I've been harassed by police with this vehicle. Cop was coming down. We were coming the opposite direction of one another. I was going westbound, he was going eastbound on, I believe it was Street Road or County Line Road in the PA, you know, PA urban area. And it was dark. It was about 10 o'clock at night, 10:30. I think we just got finished watching. Maybe it was maybe a Monday or Thursday night football game, so it was a little bit ago. But he had pulled in to this little parking lot. I think it was like a Weiss or Lincoln Giant gas station, or not gas station, food store. He pulled in. I saw him pull in because I guess he was just getting ready to start sitting there and, you know, kind of monitoring traffic. The second I passed, he pulls right back out. This is a 2-lane highway, or 2-lane road, 2 going east, 2 going west. Hops behind a car and then does this kind of evasive maneuver around the car, and then kind of get right behind me. So that's the only time. I mean, he didn't pull me over or anything like that. Shit, I was going the speed limit. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I had a few beers, but was 100% good to go. I wasn't revving the vehicle. I wasn't downshift, slapping the paddles, grinding or riding the gears out, you know. I wasn't doing anything crazy like that. And he didn't pull me over. If he would have, there would have been no issues at all. Registration is good, insurance is good. That's another thing. If you are going to have these vehicles, man, just make sure you guys are up to date with your paperwork and everything like that. Insurance and registration is huge. I mean, if you have that, that's almost like step one into kind of bringing whatever interaction you have and making it a good one. So that would kind of be my number two thing, excuse me, about this vehicle, is potentially, you know, having cops kind of harass you a little here, a little there, but not saying it's going to happen, just saying it could happen. And with this vehicle, I feel like it's a little bit more easy. I think it's a little bit more standout-ish. Because of course, when you do ride these vehicles hard, they make a lot of noise, so that could piss some people off. And if a cop's having, you know, a bad day or the end of the month, got to meet their quota, you know, the rumor that they always have, it's possible that they could just pull you over for having a loud car. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3, and y'all, I've said this video, or said this in multiple videos, it's other car enthusiasts, man. I had a C43 AMG the other day try to mess with me. I had an Evo the other day try to mess with me, Evo 10, shout out to you. What else did I have? Mustangs, Camaros, any sort of performance vehicle, they see me, they start revving, especially the Q boys, especially the G boys, BMWs too, the 340s, the Supras. I mean, this vehicle just gets a lot of attention, and it's not always the right attention. You know, you start messing around with somebody, next thing you know, you're having a quick little hit, next thing you know, you're speeding, and boom, cop pulls you over. And then how are you going to get yourself out of that situation? So the sort of I don't have the right word that I'm looking for necessarily, but it more or less is like the temptation to want to go out and mess around with somebody is kind of big, and you know, what I've seen is probably the biggest out of the theft, getting harassed by cops, or having people in other car vehicles, you know, car enthusiasts mess with you when I'm in this vehicle. I mean, I think that's the biggest one. Shout out to James, man, you know, culprit for me getting 4 points on my license. All jokes aside, man, nobody controls that car, I do. So it was partly my fault, partly his fault. You know, I know he wanted to run with the Q50 or whatever, so there was a little bit of a mishap that happened. Ended up getting some points on my license. So it's for that reason alone. People wanting to run these cars, people want to see just how fast they are, just how fast their car, how well their car stacks up to these. It's you guys get what I'm saying, man. It's every day I could drive this car and I'm gonna get somebody trying to rev past me or mess with me, and if I'm in that mood, one of them, you know, mess around and find out moods, I might just give it to them. This car is not the fastest car in the world, but golly, is she quick for the size. I tell you, man, she gets down, she gets busy. But yeah, man, that's gonna conclude this video. I'm not going on too crazy, or didn't want to make it too long, going on 10 minutes here. Give you all a quick you know, a quick warm start. It's 90 degrees. Excuse the squeaky valves. Y'all know that's on my to-do list. Come on, man, how can you not? How can you not wake up and want to hear that every single day? Everybody watching, man, if you made it to this far, man, you wanted a loyal one, so I appreciate you. Salute to you. 392 reviews, man, checking in, checking out. Throw a like, throw a comment, tell me what you guys feel about the topics I talked about, of those 3 reasons: the theft, the cops, the other car enthusiasts. What have you experienced with your Mopar? What would you agree with? What would you disagree with? All that good stuff. Without further ado, man, y'all have a good rest of the day. Always strive and prosper, you know, ASAP. If there's something you want to go do, man, just go ahead and go do it. You know, time doesn't wait for you. You kind of just got to go out there and do it yourself. Your goals, man, it's not about motivation, it's being disciplined. I'm not trying to preach, but y'all get what I'm saying. Checking in, man. 392 reviews, checking out. Peace.